Developing tonight, coronavirus concerns. Local and state officials gearing up for a potential spike in cases. Their plea to residents.
A coronavirus breakthrough, hundreds of thousands of Americans could be vaccinated for the virus as early as next week. Find out when a vaccine could be coming to our area.
Plus, a new coronavirus sampling site in Ithaca, the effort to make testing more accessible. ICTV's Madison Moore standing by tonight.
Covering Ithaca and all of Tompkins County. From ICTV News, this is Newswatch.
Good evening, and thank you for spending your Sunday night with us here on Newswatch. I'm Jack Culkin.
And I'm Laura Lagarde. Tonight, coronavirus cases are on the rise. The Tompkins County Health Department reported 24 new cases yesterday, bringing the total active cases up to 257, the highest since the pandemic began.
Meanwhile, state officials reported a positivity rate of 0.05% in Tompkins County and a statewide positivity rate of 5%.
Governor Andrew Cuomo announcing this week that New Yorkers will begin receiving the Pfizer coronavirus vaccine as early as December 15th.
The first vaccine delivery to New York will be 170,000. We expect, if all safety and efficacy approvals are granted, those doses will arrive on December 15th.
Pfizer announced its plans to globally distribute 50 million doses by the year's end and over 1 billion doses by the end of next year. In New York and in Tompkins County, healthcare workers plus residents and workers in nursing homes will be the first to receive the vaccine.
And according to the Tompkins County Public Health Director, Frank Krupa, the county is beginning to determine how many doses they will need, as it has not yet been decided by state officials.
And also this week, local health officials announcing a new coronavirus testing site in downtown Ithaca. Leading us off is ICTV's Madison Moore outside the new sampling site in downtown Ithaca. Madison?
Thanks, Jack. I'm staying outside the new COVID-19 sampling center here in downtown Ithaca, located at 412 North Tioga Street. With a surge in COVID-19 cases here in Tompkins County, this site opened up this past Friday as a more accessible option to local Ithaca residents. Now, this testing center is by appointment only, and patients will come in and do a self-administered saliva test and then give it back to the center for testing. If you are a Tompkins County resident, this test is free. However, if you're a non-Tompkins County resident, you do have to pay a $99 fee. The Cayuga Health System is operating this testing facility, as well as the one in Lansing at the Shops at Ithaca Mall. Now, this testing facility will be open Monday through Fridays from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. as needed. You can register online at the Cayuga Health System website or by calling the center at 607-319-5708. Back to you, Jack.
All right, thank you, Madison. Many local businesses in our area have struggled to stay afloat throughout this pandemic. With the shopping season in full swing, many are offering safe ways to shop this holiday season.
Obviously, being a toy store, this is really our busy time, and so with the pandemic, we really have to be very careful about how many people we let in the store and how we're doing, curbside pickup and all those kind of options to really try and keep people safe.
Many stores like Alphabet Soup in Ithaca have relied on community support.
The community just kind of sticking together and supporting each other any ways we can through these tough times is really important. A lot of people have really been making that effort, and it really makes a difference to keeping this community strong.
For a complete list of local shops open this holiday season, check out the Downtown Ithaca Alliance's website.
Since the beginning of this pandemic, local gyms and fitness centers have struggled to stay afloat. One owner described his experience and what the future holds for his business. Breaking it all down for us is ICTV's Noah Pincus.
Gyms and bars and restaurants that were hit the hardest.
When COVID-19 broke out, Infinity Athletics owner Joey Durgan took his business online.
We were basically just scraping by. We were at a loss for each of those months.
His Zoom fitness instruction kept Infinity Athletics alive.
We immediately pivoted to doing Zoom to try to recoup some of those memberships that were recurring.
Some restrictions have since then been lifted, allowing Durgan to reopen, but still he is taking all the necessary steps to keep his clients safe.
We're doing everything the same as usual, plus social distancing, wearing masks, of course.
Durgan emphasized the importance of our physical and mental health in our battle against the virus.
Gyms are super important in moving on, getting people healthier, moving on from this crisis. There's plenty of options if they don't feel comfortable going in person. So support your local gym.
For Newswatch and Ithaca, I'm Noah Pincus.
We now turn to the Winter Lights Festival. The event is making its return to downtown Ithaca this year, but there are some changes to the normal festivities. Joining us now from the Ithaca Commons is ICTV's Skylar Eagle.
That's right, Alora. Well, this is only the second year that the Winter Lights Festival has existed in downtown Ithaca. This year, the Downtown Ithaca Alliance decided to focus more on local artists, and that means more installations like Sparky the Unicorn, which you can see right here just behind me.
We're really excited about this year. So we shifted from last year. We mostly worked with this firm out of Montreal and a couple local artists. This year, we shifted more towards just local artists instead of the international firm. They were great to work with, but we figured the more local talent we could source out, the more local flavor it could have.
This year, the festival is combining with Bites of Ithaca, a festival normally held over the summer that was delayed due to COVID-19.
It's been a difficult year for the restaurant industry as well as everyone else. We didn't want to completely scrap that idea altogether, especially with restaurants losing outdoor dining for the most part with the weather changing and heading into a cold season.
Winter Lights and Bites initially included in-person socially distanced activities like a silent disco and hot chocolate bar, which were canceled due to rising COVID-19 cases in Tompkins County. But there are still interactive light displays on the commons that don't require contact and allow people to social distance.
They range from physical installations, so like Sparky the Unicorn is back from last year. There's a lot of light projected installations as well, though. Things that are contactless, you can come down, enjoy them without actually having to touch anything.
Now, if you're looking to see everything the Commons has to offer, you can check it out at any time until December 12th. Reporting for Newswatch in Ithaca, I'm Skylar Eagle.
All right, thank you, Skylar. The Tompkins Consolidated Area Transit Winter Service is now up and running. The new winter schedule began last week and will continue until February 6th. The schedule is notably different from years past, with TCAT usually starting their winter schedule in mid-January. The decision coming after Cornell University has decided to begin their spring semester later than usual, now beginning on February 8th. And with the new scheduling, safety continues to be a top priority for the company.
Not only the safety of our passengers, but the safety of our drivers and employees as well. So we put a lot of protocol into place. We're just going to have to continue our hard work promoting what we do, how important it is for the community, and the safety measures that are in place.
The new schedules can be found on TCAT's website.
With the holiday season right around the corner, plus news of a coronavirus vaccine, Delta and American Airlines are adding some new flights at the Ithaca Tompkins International Airport.
American's been the most aggressive. They've had a flight a day until recently, then they've gone to 2 flights a day, and it'll be 3 flights a day next week to give us some holiday coverage. And Delta's been real steady, 1 flight a day, and they're going up to 2 flights next week.
New flights are a good sign for the airport and for air travel. Plus, the news of a coronavirus vaccine is also promising.
We've now heard there are 2 fairly effective vaccines that may become certified and available, and that truly does mark the turning point.
This past Friday, United Airlines brought the first shipment of Pfizer's coronavirus vaccine to the United States. This all comes after Pfizer's vaccine was proven more than 90% effective, with distribution beginning next week. Now let's take a look at what's happening in Washington. Joining us now is ICTV's Erica Liberati with the latest.
Yeah, Jack, a busy weekend in the Capitol. President-elect Joe Biden now has the 270 electoral votes he needs after California certified their election results on Friday. Now, electors in each state will meet on December 14th to cast their votes, with Congress tallying the results during a joint session on January 6th. Meanwhile, President Trump was back on the campaign trail yesterday for the first time since before the election. Supporters gathered in Georgia last night as the president campaigned for Senators Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue ahead of their runoff elections on January 5th. The president also announcing today that Rudy Giuliani tested positive for the coronavirus. The president announced the news in a tweet earlier today. Giuliani has spent the last month traveling the country and fighting the election results on behalf of the president. So far, Giuliani has made little legal progress and continues to claim the election was stolen from the president, as states now begin to certify their election results. And finally, looking ahead this week, a new coronavirus relief package is brewing on the Hill. The House is looking to pass an aid package this week to avoid a potential government shutdown. Jack?
Now let's take a look outside as Michael Gibson is here with the latest in weather. Michael?
Thanks, guys. Tonight you can expect to see small flurries. Otherwise, clouds are going to be forming and it's going to be 24 degrees outside with an actual feel of 15. So make sure you bundle up. Going into the 7-day forecast, Monday and Tuesday you can expect to see mostly clouds with some sun peeking out throughout the day, which will turn into a similar Wednesday but with the chance of a snow shower. Thursday you are more likely to see snow, with periods of flurries, clouds, and sunshine throughout the day. Friday transitions to be a more stagnant, cloudy day, which will finish up into a mostly cloudy Saturday. Temperatures this week are showing the beginnings to that classic Ithaca winter weather, with the highest temperatures being 48 on Saturday, and the rest of the week having highs in the 20s or 30s. The lows for this week are getting colder too, ranging anywhere from as cold as 23 degrees to as high as 37. With this colder weather coming up, I want to stress that this means that we're almost at the end of the year, and that means brighter days will surely be ahead. Until next year, I'm Michael Gibson. Back to you guys.
With the first snowfall touching down in Ithaca last week, our reporter Lindsay Grubb takes a look how to stay safe on the roads this winter.
This past week, Ithaca saw its first snow accumulations of the season, and as we're approaching these colder months of the winter, it's important to know how to drive safe, whether you're driving in the snow or just really cold temperatures. The American Automobile Association, more commonly known as AAA, reports, quote, nearly 500,000 crashes and more than 2,000 road deaths every winter. Increasing your following distance while on the road, gaining momentum before driving up hills, and simply slowing down are just a few pieces of advice AAA provides for those preparing to drive in the snow. However, their biggest piece of advice is to just stay home. If it's not necessary to drive in inclement conditions, it's best to stay off the roads and avoid the risk. A full list of tips for winter driving can be found on AAA's website. AAA also recommends keeping cold weather gear in your car throughout the winter season, including supplies such as, quote, extra food and water, warm clothing, a flashlight, a glass scraper, blankets, medications, and anything else a driver feels is necessary to remain safe on the roads. Reporting for Newswatch, I'm Lindsay Grubb.
All right, thank you, Lindsay. And that will do it for us tonight here on Newswatch.
As always, thank you so much for watching.
And for all of you back at home, please have a happy holiday, happy new year, and stay safe and stay healthy. Have a great night.